Greetings everyone. This is the QEWS podcast. I welcome you all. This is your host uSipho Mlambisa uGabu Ciosho Thithiba unozinga umntomlambo umngosini ozalwa intombi yasemathenjini ojali oqhwesha. We're here and we are with an amazing guest, a legend, and I'm so honored. And I don't take this moment for granted, guys. You don't know how happy I am. And I'm sure you guys who've been requesting Macks Senatla Papo, aka Marothi, aka Ivan Tshinawa, a man who've had a long acting career, a man of honor, a man who've been to the States. Did you know that he went to the States? Did you know that he studied that verse? We'll get there. But I want him to properly introduce himself and actually explain to us what influenced this setup, because of this setup is so spiritual. It's closer to my heart, the spiritual topic. So, Mr. Macks, over to you, Mr. Marothi.
Sipho.
Let's toast. Eventually, you came.
I made it, eh? Oh, Mama, I made it.
Yeah, Casper University, you made it.
Bro, let me respect your space.
Yeah.
And your time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
In other words, you go light, you don't go dark.
Yeah.
But I have to say, Boko Kubak.
Yeah, book.
One of the swag. Oh.
Yeah.
So that because you got nothing to hide.
Yeah. Tabadi Mashu.
One time, Tabadi Mahlong, can I do the introduction now? Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You are so generous.
Yeah.
You are so complimentary. But I love the way you are praising your people.
Yeah.
It's very important that we do that because we are of a people.
Yeah. We
are not of ourselves, lest we are arrogant and vain.
Yeah.
You and I come from a people, a generation of a lineage of beautiful people in my case.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that note, cheers. Who my mother was named after.
Yeah.
My mother, Mutswadi. Agnes Kuku Mujadi Kuku Mutakhel. Can you see the connection?
Mujadi Kuku. It's a nickname.
It is actually a name.
A name.
Well, I think if I think about it, because this is when I did my research, was just thrown in. But they're like Mutakhel. Mutakhel is the name.
Okay.
Mujadi Kuku. Urara Tago Jadi Kuku. Oba Konali Kuku. Fortunately,
yeah.
Well, you see the correction. You see what I think?
Wordplay.
There we go. Okay, Mujadi Kuku. Why is she saying all that? Or thank you for hosting my son, my grandson, my grandson. In me, Macks Senatla, Makapani, Maxi, Nkele, Nkakata, Setlolo Sakekan, Setlolo Sagasite, Abwebe Mura, Wakakua, Gasanyani, Bagasanyani, Kibatswana, Kidukomu. You come chana, I live manare. Baklakani, Ivile, Banyaralani, ni the Cabo. Bocabo, Kibatwan, Basanyani. I was never raised as a Tswana man. I was raised as a Mundebele man. Mundebele, Bagasi, Timotela, Kekana, as in the grandson of the city, the grandson of the Kekanas. Then a man called Franz Lisecha Papo married my mother, gave her dignity, and made a woman out of her without childbirth. Found her with us.
Yeah.
Macks Senatla, saga Papo, as the public knows me. Are you with me?
I'm with you. I'm following you.
But then when I want to twang and be American and Americanized that I am, I'll say, my name is Macks Senatla, saga Papo.
Yeah.
How's that? If I got to kunamela, I really ikokobech, I'm a fancy, regular like a macalabe. Ah, come on, Macalabo, up the road, blue. Iling matey. Matey, I got the debate, the pump, the bag, the debate. Le Metama Holo Amata, Akama Watle. Equa Matama Wate. Huna Reve. Huna connection, huna relationship more. Kokwa are nakabu show, kia per speaker, says a show, kia per tuka show, kia per skipper cagari, says a show, kia per se cat says a show. Now walk up paralytic idiot touch a show. Yaba gargan nanes. Ken nam takalagan nam jadi cook, ken nam cocoa di chica cargo, the song and a little boat, show. Elemakapan snata, elinkele, elemax, elinkakata, kakataka kuaga kekana. Se tlo sa ke kan o thabi hore ke ka gare ga banna ba ka re ke nna steri
Senatla.
a ke sepe ke no se ka mogalo ba ka shu ibile ko motelele ke mokhalabe wa metsi blue representing water
Omanzini.
emanzini we yasanto thetha wena
Ngaba
thetha
sekhaya omanzini.
we now it is not by chance that you are wearing blue. Yes, you are Camboling, you are Nike, but you are blue. Connection. The grandfather Kio, Bawe the Shiva fella, Marashuk Salomuteri. He's strong, but this is of the same brand and the quality. Why is he standing there? It is talking. People don't know what you can say. Are henga shopile halina. Little take a man, little save you, because Nakin Namasipla Kalarumo, Kin Namasabane Dualena, Kin Namashirala Chalana Kamas, Kamisalakama. Likukabla, I guess I beg you not to Sabra Kalawaka, Sabra anyway, and Astificana. Ma Parakoba Chamangue, Ma Parakoba Chamaho, she caught Shistificana, show. Steve Kita Yamagamho. Ka order, spiritual order and hierarchy. On my right hand side, with the Sorikana. Wa mo, Sorikawa color ba pleke kamka. Leba Haburina Bakaka. Leba Lervania Lechin Kakuaka City. Babarnia Lechin Bagasit, Babalagama Kukuwaka, o Alinguri Kiko Kumelaka Mawaka, o Atilecho Kaya Nakuku Mutakalam, Jadi Kuku, usually Agnes. What do you want? Come over, Ritzuri, Kamata, Alichachi, yellow, solar, power. Are you seeing the relationship? Kukwa Warren, nah, get the Surrey go in a rain. I'm a goggle with a swag. What have you looked at? Yawana Rela or Goncheta or Kim Garniano and Michelle Chenya. Kalachagala, Semonoka. Ar Kalecha Gawana on Kudu fell at Kalecha another host. Nina Nibagaba.
Yabule, and you go Lambi, some Nansuga. It sounds what close is 10K.
Yakuf, look fail, son.
Tata no Mama Basuga con, it sounds is 10K. So
Yakuvam Dake Mtasem Tasekaya. To fail. Baya Teta Baka Ekana. Uko Konanku. Uti. Get portrait, le red wine. Uti. Siabule. We are where Uti Max. We are the trauma. Uti. The calm, the heart.
Siab.
Uti Titi. Siabule. Nina. Kama. Nina. Kikamangamu. Kasfan. It doesn't matter for now.
Yeah.
The fella Baramurage. Uri. Realevo.
Kama.
Kama.
Sakamakush.
Sakamokish.
You know,
Oops.
I'm so happy at the way you've articulated history, especially where you come from.
Yes,
You remind me of Marcus Garvey when he said that a people who don't know their past or their origin are like a tree without any roots. I'm happy that you acknowledge them because of we are spiritual beings
Indeed.
who've incarnated this body. We are having an experience, a human experience.
Today.
I'm so glad that we're connecting them. We are together. Even when we can quote the Holy Bible, it says that greater is He who's within us
Who's within us?
than the one who's in the world. So we should not look at the external, but we should look at inside.
The interior.
Fix yourself.
Before you can go out there and claim to be fixing the outside, the exterior. Deal with your interior. Deal with your internal spiritual health before you can even begin to claim to heal spiritual spirits out there, because there are too many broken souls, too many broken spirits out there.
That's true.
My people are very particular with their clothes.
Yeah.
Kuku kipa sasa ga ngwanaka ke se tshetse ka wine fela ka grat agrat go tpona ke le ka mkhokha rena re ithata go ithata
Ita.
o re tloga o re go reketseng beberi yela go reketseng
People of London.
a re sekela ngwanaka
Oh, change.
o tlhobole gona le ntse le bolela
Baby of
a
London.
re tlhobole taba tsekwe tsa di denim ka le yona sa le style
Yeah.
o yo o bolela o apare beberi o khupetse mabaka
Baby of
ka re
London.
batho ba tla re lebella ga mpe
Yeah.
re itata ka mokgwa re itatang ka bona yo ke monna ke leng senatla ke leng nkgakgata ke leng nkele
Yeah.
nkele ke kry-ile lebitso le I must tell you Sipho. I
Okay.
got the name Nkele. It's not Nkele because Nkele is a female name.
Female, yeah.
Nkele. I was already 40 when I got the name. I'll tell you how. What's your title? Bari Baga Sanyani.
Yeah.
Abu Papa wa Mali.
Yeah.
I was so Philippines. Because why? They didn't raise you. Did they? No. You remember I told you the story. Who raised me? My grandmother, my grandfather. Baga said.
Yeah.
I was raised by beautiful women. My aunt, my mother was always away. Ailo, hustler for us and a survivor. She went to Johannesburg working, not good kitchen. She was not my mother was not a kitchen girl.
Yeah.
She was for many a long time, she was Musarina Baraka machine. Designing, working with designers, what they call a seamstress.
Hence the love for you,
Seamstress.
the love for clothes.
Hello! Does it now make sense?
The
See?
connection, yeah.
There is a connection. I love clothes. I make clothes look good on me. I can take a saga labupi, turn around and make it look good and fashionable. I don't subscribe to the trends and the brands. Gucci, Cabana, Versace. No, I'm not of that. I'm an African man. It reminds me of our former president, Thabo Mbeki. But I'm an African.
And you know that term, or
Look at that. I have to do something there, Sips.
Yeah.
For riskera, rakakatakan sabato. How do like African? We like a. Babana di time. I'm African for time. Le Thai rira African. This is my African suit.
African suit.
Look at that. I have to give somebody a pant here. Brother John and his partner. Guys, these are the guys you are going to know. Is it brand ambassador yabona? Para the shirts sabona, the ings sabona, and about the websites that thing. And then and I'm very happy to do it for free for one.
Yeah.
It is in the name of endorsing local economy, local township economy. Township everything. Mamelodi. D5 to be specific. I'm from Siu Street.
Yeah.
I won't tell you the address. Security reason.
Yeah, bro.
Hell.
The mother of melodies.
Now that is
Mamelodi.
beautiful, doesn't it? Isn't that beautiful background as well?
Beautiful. It's an African look.
Kuku, le mkhala ba hayo. Ke khopela Bra James. E tla batho ba o bone gape. Chuma di kereseng. I thought o re tshwere mo potleng ba. Tswela pele ka taba.
So I'm so happy the way you've explained yourself and about spirituality. So when did you realize that you're spiritual? Because in my case, I've always been a child who's been bothered by dreams. I've always told my parents at a young age things, and they eventually happened. I always had premonitions.
Yes.
I always had deja vus, seeing that I've been here before.
Yes.
So, when did you realize that you have this gift?
I would think.
And how did you feel?
And what did I do about it?
Yeah.
Very important question. Very good question. Receipts. I have known not from the age not from young age. I knew when I was away, I was aware, and very much wide-eyed, open, around me. I haven't had those signs. It's about the dreams and that. Mine was very uniquely different, in that it started when I was much older, and when I was also told originally. But the one thing I knew I always had was not premonition or dreams. Was this thing, Yelfat. This thing, alien spiritually instinctive as well.
Yeah.
When I trusted that something is happening and something is going to happen, it would happen. When I also trusted my instinct to go with this moment, especially when it comes to acting.
Yeah.
I was never that actor or being afraid.
You push the envelope.
Absolutely, all the time, I still do. An actor would distrust a moment of instinct, it's one from the gut. We call it a gut feeling. That, hey, Mrena, the line is, hey, where have you come from? Mara, if the instinct says it, where do you come from? You must go with, where do you come from? Not, where have you come from? Or, where have you hailed from? You're trying to be very glamorous and grand language. When the simplicity of it is, where do you come from? It's direct, it's to the point. And then when language, instinct inside you says, ask it this way, where do you come from? My type of actor was instinctive and spiritually gutted and spiritually very, very guarded and spiritually very, very protected, very spiritually very centered. And this is the actor that you guys have grown to know.
Yeah.
Only missing who change a script. You've seen some of my scripts. You
added.
So there's a rhythm there. Add and pad. No, it is my instinct saying, no, change that line around and make it rhythmically flowing. Otherwise, it's not speakable. When I'm talking about some speakability of lines. Are you with me? On that note, I want to say cheers again.
That's... I think that's what makes you peculiar to other actors. So peculiar means unique.
Absolutely.
You have...
I like the way you love language and words. You're a wordsmith.
I love language. So we'll get into that, especially on South Africa. How do you see it during apartheid and
after.
the times now? Basically, I want to debunk this myth. Since I'm with you now, I want to debunk this myth that actually it was apartheid. I believe that it was colonization. It was
more than apartheid.
Also continuing because of we tend to give apartheid architects too much power, but
too much power and too much credit.
This thing happened way before.
Way before them.
It started also in India in 1857 when the British, remember India is a British colony.
Yes.
When the British saw that we cannot deal with the Indians.
Yes. They're too powerful or something.
There was something called the Sepoy Mutiny, which is a rebellion against the English soldiers. That we are losing our culture.
You're now teaching me something.
We are losing our religion. We are religious people, so you are alienating us. So let's rebel against this. So they saw that these people are quite a lot of people. We cannot manage these people. So
there are too many.
And
there's power in numbers, isn't it?
Yeah, it's numbers. So basically at the time India had Sri Lanka in it, and also not Pakistan with it. So
Yes.
basically, it was a continent. There was a lot of people. So that's when they developed this thing called divide and conquer.
Yes, divide and rule.
Yeah, I call it the decentralization of dystopia. Basically, you dividing people along ethnic lines.
Yes, along
You
ethnic and racial lines.
Yeah, you creating division amongst
So
themselves.
that you can easily rule them.
Yeah.
If they are united, you can't.
Yeah.
They're too powerful.
Thanks, brother James. Thanks,
Brother James, our
yeah.
videographer, our IT specialist, our IT consultant, our photographer, by excellence. He's a man with too many hats.
Yeah.
Today he's even a set designer.
Yeah.
He's also a production manager.
Yeah.
He's helping with everything, to a point of actually setting my suits together and my costume and my wardrobe.
Yes.
I thank you, and I'm humbled to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
James is from Food for the Arts and Worldwide Studios.
Yeah.
Under the capable, CEO leadership of Levi Music, and with the assistance of his brother KB Kabelo Bagandonyani. Soon we'll see.
Yeah.
Abuti, I want to take it a little bit back to your previous question. It's a very important one before we go to the history of the colonization of this country and the debunking of it, or it really did. It is not apartheid. Apartheid just jumped on the bandwagon of opportunism and took over because our people were in a slumber. Our black people were in a slumber. Our nationalities and our tribes, or different tribes, were in a slumber. And they were too hospitable, too nice to sleep when these Europeans, when these Westerners came with an agenda. They were not here to be nicey with us. When we were nicey smiling and say, you are welcome to Africa, you are welcome to Africa, when we were given some mirrors to look at ourselves as if we didn't know who we were. We were shining and grinning. Something that we actually had before, but because it was presented by these colonizers, these Westerners, these foreigners, we laughed. It is in our nature to just laugh even at the stupidest of things in the name of hospitality and humility. People take advantage of our humility for stupidity. We are stupid because we are humble and modesty has deprived us of being successful, hugely successful.
That's true.
When we are endowed with prowess of brain power, and therefore smartness and intelligence, with which we could have achieved so much, what do? We smile with modesty and humility. And the foreigners looked at us as these stupid, these fools, these imbeciles. We are going to run away with their country, with their possessions, with their livestock. And in return, we are going to give them mirrors. And hence you have smokes and mirrors.
Hence, there's a mirror behind you.
The mirror! What is this?
Hence the mirror.
I'm glad you are linking it.
So, also I want to add on it that why did you choose the mirror to be behind you? What is the significance of a mirror?
The mirror always reminds me of who I am. It's a self-reflector. It's not in the name of vanity to look at myself and say, ooh, look at me, I look good. But it is equally important that you wake up to that positive energy. When you wake up and say, man, you look good. You are amazing. Remind yourself and chant to oneself or to self and remind yourself of who you essentially, originally are as an African or an African.
I am.
Thanks to Thabo Mbeki, I'm an African. But when Thabo presented that, it sounded like just poetry. It was way deeper than that. It was self-reflection of who we essentially and originally are. The reason why I'm presenting it in the manner that I am, it is because I'm not alone. That energy and animation. So that when you are listening to me, you podcasters, you podcast viewers and followers, supporters and fans, family and friends and foes included, you understand who this man is. Senatla, Macks Senatla, saga Papo. Mabicho kamuka kilenka fiwa kwa hakekana kelinse tolo sabona ibabare kwena makapane kwena Macks ya MAKSIE ya mahuru babo baro senaka babo baro makapane
yeah
nkaka takuru. You are something that is strong. Ntwesa tekateki lando wena ngamaxhosa kayini bazawuthetha bathi ayikho tshokololo lando kasutura itekate yomelele sana mtase khaya. This is a self-reflector. When I wake up every day, I look myself up in the mirror and say, Macks, remember who you are. I look at this baby and this baby says to me, you are exactly what you think you are. If I think of myself as low and small, I will be that. That I conceive, I do achieve.
That's power.
If I can conceive it, I therefore can achieve it. And this self-reflector actually consolidates that every single day of my life. And I don't do it every day. I'm just sharing this in order to remind people that they must have a source of some kind to self-reflect and self-remind who they essentially, originally are. In my case, Kenna Macks, Kenna Makapane, Kenna Senatla Nkakata, Yakekana, Kenna Mroa Sanyani, Kenna Mroa Joni, Kenna Mroa di Tapo. Wa kuku wa butate mogolo ka kwa ga Sanyane ba re ke tate mogolo masaka ramasaka o tshwere masaka di mphotsaka o tshwere masaka ele mekotla ya dipheku mekotla di khagara ke uyazazi ikhagara intoni ngesipeli isiXhosa is about ntoni tsona marapa fasara chula fase re botsa ba kholo ba khalale le ba khakolo re a ditawa tsa motho di reng.
You know,
this baby, this mirror, smokes and mirrors, is my constant and everyday reminder of who I am in relation to the world. Why am I animating my expressions? Because I'm an actor. Sometimes I use my technique to present who I am with exactly that. The power of theater.
Wow.
Before there was television, there was theater.
You know, speaking about theater, speaking about spirituality, actually you've just confirmed that spirituality is
I have to rescue these babies because I cannot take them hold if you directly today.
Okay.
And somebody made me buy them.
Wow.
Somebody spiritual. Go Sunny Park.
Wow.
A brother from Kenya. These are from Kenya, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
These are very powerful. Actually blessed, therefore actually apparent, because they are yet. I'm not blessed yet. I have to self-bless them. I have to keep it cleanse them so that their own bad spirits and stuff. I can't wear their spirits. Therefore I have to cleanse them before I can suit up with them. By the way, never kukuba banal style. Because they're swaggernating. They are so swaggernacious. How much?
So as you've said, you've just confirmed that as people we are spiritual beings who've incarnated this body and having a lived experience.
Even the outer experience.
Yes, the outer experience. And it shows that we are multidimensional.
Oh, we are.
Multifaceted. That's why.
Oh, yes. Multidimensional, multifaceted.
And I always complain.
Multi-talented.
Multi-talented. I always complain to people that don't box people
into the small boxes.
Don't box people because they are many.
With their talents, their various and divergent talents.
Embrace them.
All of them.
Hence, you've went to this spirituality, this journey. How has it been like?
Woo.
Out of the media, because
the media will always like to juice them up.
The people,
to juice it up.
The people were complaining that no, we used to seeing you on the screen, portraying the character of Marothi so well.
Yes.
Where is Mr. Man?
Where is Marothi? And then therefore, where is Macks?
Where is Macks?
Let me answer them.
Where were you?
Let me answer them once and for all.
Debunk
the myth.
The myth.
The imagination. The collective. National imagination. I am picking up on.
Yeah.
I'm picking up on an accent that I was using just recently when I was playing a young 35-year-old, very convincingly lawyer.
Yeah.
In a movie called and a soapy in the making. I think that was a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. James, it's a movie, eh?
Yeah.
Is it still going to come up?
Oh yeah, it's coming. Yeah. Netflix and what? Somewhere there. Depending on who's going to crap it. And
was it the first role as a lawyer?
Oh! You know how perceptive it is of you to ask that question? Because yes, indeed, you've never seen me anywhere
as a lawyer, yeah, because I've watched your characters.
You've watched me, followed me. It was my first time. Cheers to that.
How was it? But
let me tell you.
I believe if you were not an actor, you'd be a great lawyer. The way you articulate yourself.
Maybe not a lawyer, but a priest.
Oh, preach!
I would have preached and I would have gone deeper, Papa. And
you remind me of Silo Makengu. He spoke about the power of being a priest. I also broke down what is an actor. So he broke down that it's action, and then C stands for creativity.
Yes.
And then T stands for technique. And then the I.
The O for observation. The
R
for what?
Reaction.
Absolutely.
So he broke it down, and I saw that.
I've heard him say that a lot of times for many years.
Actors are so powerful. You're like a priest who's standing before the congregation.
Before the congregation.
Or
a congregation. Let me tell you, somebody said to me that that was way back in the 90s when I was in Egoli. I joined Egoli, Place of Gold, which I worked for 15 years there. Wow. I joined it in 1993. That begins to tell you how old I am, eh?
So
I was already working and buying houses, buying cars. With Egoli thanks, I got to buy about 3 cars.
Wow. I
went through a house and townhouses and stuff and some side. That's how serious France Macks Films were or was as a company, as an organization.
Yeah.
May the soul of the CEO, the founder of France Macks Films, the man himself, Franz Marx, with an M-A-R-X, he was a German. May his powerful and creative soul rest in peace. He died 2 years ago. Very loyal employer, boss I've ever worked with, the most loyal. So 15 years of that, 5 years of Rhythm City, 7-8 years.
Ivan Tshinawa.
Ivan Tshinawa.
I really enjoyed you playing Ivan Tshinawa. How was it like?
He was a beast.
How was it like acting alongside Jamie Battlet? Chinaro. I really love
David Gennaro.
Yo.
I have to demonstrate because I'm an actor. David, this would be a table.
How was it like on set?
This would be a table. I'm sitting opposite him. He's asking me. He's going. This is literally David Gennaro. Gennaro would be standing like this as he should, but Gennaro would be Tove next door neighbors, ladies and gentlemen. I really know Marishan Varane.
Yeah.
David Tshinawa will go like this. This is a table. She has to be one level with the table. And he goes like this. And he goes, Ivan Tshinawa. You think Ivan Tshinawa played by Max Papo is gonna cower? As in just, yes, no. I gotta demonstrate the other side. Kim like the dudes.
Yeah.
And as I'm sitting like this, I get it. And I up myself to him and say, Gennaro. And it's not just Gennaro like Waras. It is one of those. And it's in the eyes. Gennaro. What are you on about, Gennaro? And then he feels he has to come even lower. This is where my theater actor's experience comes in. This is Gennaro. And then it goes down now.
Yeah.
And he's here. Ivan Tshinawa, I hear that you are a menace to Villagas. What is your problem?
Yeah.
I said, Gennaro, I should be asking the same question to you. What is your problem? And then that actually it intimidates the hell out of him. And then look what he does. He's coming down to his senses. He realizes his technique to try and intimidate me is not going to come in handy. That was the experience. May his powerful, creative, artistic, theatrical soul
Rest in peace.
rest in peace. I love you and I respect you.
One of the best
Jamie
actors
Battlet.
we've had in the country.
Man. Oh man, oh man. I remember, I have to say this into the camera. Jamie, do you remember, man, when we went to Lesotho, when we went to Maseru, and we were hired there as co-MCs to go and program direct a Miss Lesotho companies. This is back in the year 2012. It was a while ago, man. Why did you leave me? Because I had plans, you had plans that we were going to go to Lesotho, we were going to go to Namibia, we were going to go to Botswana, we were going to go to Mozambique, we were going to go to Zimbabwe to go do what we did exactly in Lesotho, Maseru. When we killed it, man. Jamie Battlet, people don't know. I don't brag about these things, but let me tell them today.
Yeah.
You are my man. You were my man. But you have never been seen in social media. May you're creative and theatrical. People don't know that you're a powerful theater actor. I met you for the first time. Go Grahamstown.
Makanda.
Standard Bank Grahamstown Arts International Festival, man. What's the joke there? You had a toy gun and people were running around thinking that you're gonna shoot the hell out of them. And because you were telling them, you're making noise, I have a play tomorrow. To play, I have a bloody show. And you spoke in your English accent. I have a bloody production to play tomorrow. You guys are making a hell of noise. And you were bloody racist about it because I remember thinking, this guy thinks that all blacks make a lot of noise. But hey, that's all forgiven. May your soul rest in peace, man. Mwah! Jamie Battlet.
Power, 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 power. So, how did it come up? How did it come about to go to Skeem Saam?
No, I still keep going back to my journey, my spiritual journey. I'll go back to Skeem Saam because it actually connects.
Connects, yeah. We'll go. Guys, our guest has went to the loo. If you've seen, it's been a spiritual and epic journey. You saw him doing his the theater in him came out and he explained and articulated how he had a relationship with Jamie Battlet, also known as David Gennaro. May his soul rest in peace. But he's coming back. You know, we want to make this special. Welcome again, the man of the moment with a Barbary jacket.
Yeah.
The Barbary of London.
You know
the Barbary of London.
Barbary of London. I repeat
the Barbary of London.
Guys, I have to endorse these glasses. These are Falcon Milano from Milan. and not Man Lane Main, but Man Lane Mall.
Yeah.
These guys who are in advanced talks
Yeah.
for me to be their brand ambassador.
Yeah.
They are called Falco Milano, and when I joke around and it's a fact, I say from Italiano. Sorry about Parahanyan.
I want us to start.
And you have to say that they are gorgeous.
Beautiful.
And this is just about the third pair. I have one a brown. Yaman Sibananyan. This one comes Sagari. I want is nuclear kind of neutral color. There's a 1 year dark shade.
Wow.
And a kitty round lenses.
Wow.
So I've got 3 pairs.
Which one is your favorite?
Cost me a small fortune.
Yeah.
It cost me a small fortune. It worked out something up to about 7 grand. They were supposed to be 9.5, but one place I got 7.5. 2 grand is a lot of discount.
Yeah. It's quality.
You were asking me which one is my favorite.
Yeah, which one is your favorite?
My favorite
the
is the dark one. It's the round lenses.
Yeah.
The dark shades. South driver as well.
Okay.
But those are heavy in the houses because it's so dark, and then it becomes that the future is too bright in here.
Yeah.
It's very dark in here. You know that
It's very dark in
that advert. I think was it Hansa?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Irakeman,
Oh, Savannah.
one of my favorites.
One of the best comedians who've
Oh,
ever
stand-up
had.
comedians.
Yeah.
And a producer, by the way. You guys don't know that he's a Netflix man.
Yeah.
He's a filmmaker of note.
He also made that.
He's from Adgersville, originally.
That film with Paltusi.
Oh, yes.
I forgot the name of the
It's
film.
like a guy.
Pure Monate Show.
Pure Monate Show.
Yeah.
So
David
we
Guy.
salute you. We salute you. Kavisho, you still have to cast me in one of your Netflix productions again. I go salute you because I got a job. I'm real like that.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I wanted to go to the beats, and then after the beats, you haven't actually answered the question as Skeem Saam.
Yeah, but as I did say, Skeem Saam,
spirituality.
Why spirituality?
Yeah, then, yeah.
That's
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I started a song. Therefore, I'm going to take off my Falcon Milanos. Only yesterday, Baba.
Yeah.
There was a guy said he's been looking at me, Kodi social media.
TikTok.
And I went to the leader TikTok, and I want those classes.
Welcome to TikTok, by the way.
Thank you.
I saw
I'm
you
new
on TikTok.
I'm new on it. Even Falcano. I call him Falcano because he mix Ali Milano. Back to TikTok with there's a blind. I don't know if you've seen it. Yeah.
I saw you. I follow you on TikTok.
So there we are. Then now I'm gonna do my own because I got my account.
Yeah.
Thanks to my channel. Oli, itefu. Managegan. Takolebo sana.
Yeah.
Piano, the beats here. Before Tabatsona, that was Skeem Sam. Why was I away from Skeem Sam? I went on a journey, ladies and gentlemen, a spiritual journey. It didn't start just 2 years ago or 3 years ago, by 2021. It started way back in 2003. Even prior to 2003, I was told by Dr. Chiani.
Oh, Miss Rose.
Conrad Chiani, who happened to then eventually become my friend, and then he said, that was way back in 2003-4. And when he had told me 2001 and 2, you have a calling, you might have to follow it. Chabala Maureen. No, guy. Radio Medisha, let's get our podcast. These are our neighbors and our friends, family friends. I think she's family.
Thank you,
So, you know, in the nature of podcasting,
yeah,
cross and
you know,
they are part of the family. So 2002, Ghana Kinyechika 2000, eh? Something that people don't know, others do. Number 2001 Claire, don't worry the challenges. You know, it's not as if I don't know. Prior to my getting married, 1999, 1998, 1996, when my brother, 1996, the late brother Jeff Matsubane, was beginning to talk to me spiritually, saying, get your stuff together and all that, as if he was saying bye-bye to me, because 2 years later, 1998, he kills himself. He commits suicide via a gun, typical 38. Blows his head, his brains apart. Fortunately, I didn't get to see that, but my brother, who comes after me, who Papo's daughter, Papo, has to deal with that because he's in emergency services. He comes with a colleague who are not on the same street. I have to say this, looking at getting the support at the Temaholo, Pasiplavana, the Kuku, the Kamjir Kuku, Kalavumulagawa. One share later, as I say, when I'm relating the story, my brother Jeff, who today I regard as the boldest, the most powerful, albeit the youngest ancestor. He died in 1998 via the barrel of a gun, 38 millimeters. But unfortunately, it wasn't natural. There's no one who can just have the pluck, the boldness of Jeffrey's magnitude and Jeffrey's majestic proportions. It's a bit. But when I look about that my brother would then take that gun and shoot himself. He was a very bold man. There was absolutely no depression there. There was absolutely no weakness there. But the power of the spell was such that it took him away and took his immense strength away for him to give him the power of the spell. One day he phones me 2 days before he dies. He phones me, I'm still in Johannesburg working for France Max Films. I'm on the set, I'm shooting. This is 1998, exact year, 2 days before he dies. He phones me, he wants to talk to me. I have no time for him. I'm too busy. But when I think about it in retrospect, there was absolutely no reason for him not to give him time. But the power of suicide is such that it distracts people so much, especially if kune sadla sen senfen inyawo lemfen was so powerful that I was distracted and I would deny my brother time and just 5 minutes that he needed to speak to me. Who knows what he wanted to tell me? Up till today, I will never
Does
ever
it still
know.
haunt you?
It doesn't haunt me. I've released myself from it, but it did haunt me for some time. What is it that my brother wanted to tell me? Because I still believe that it was very deep and very important. And it would have been something that would have saved us from further damage, or would have been something that would have enriched us. Because the man was a hustler. Man had buried some fortune somewhere. Because we know that he had buried guns as well. They found guns, but they didn't find the fortunes. But we believe that the fortunes were found by his colleagues, his associates, because they knew where he buried the guns. I'm not talking about a gun, guns. When the police came at the time, wanted the guns, somebody had to be brought into the yard, go 1821 Zone L, Soshanguve, to bloody dig up, and they found them guns at night, so that people could not see. What else had my brother buried in that yard? I still ask. The brother had made some money. He was a hustler of note when heists and all those things were not even fashionable. My brothers were already doing those things. My brother Jeff, he's powerful, artistic. He was a creative as well. He was a better actor, better singer, better director, better actor, better singer, better dancer than me. When I say that, people think I'm just generous. No, he was.
It's the thing.
Because I'm unjealous like that. The reason why I close my eyes, my friends, your followers, your fans, is because when I'm talking in the realm of the gods, the ancestors, I have to close my eyes and humble myself to them. And I see them here. That's why I close my eyes when they're that close, because they are right now very close. Especially that you've refreshed the candles. Can you see how powerfully the candles are burning? Even that one is not disturbed by anything. The red one, the one that is protecting us from all kinds of evil spirits from this section. What is this section, Mamelodi?
A3.
Any 83 years who are coming here with shit, they will see their mothers. Oof.
Yeah. So,
because I had married got 2000.
Yeah.
And the idea was very fashionable and it was supposed to be very cute. We are starting the millennium afresh with marriage and new marriage. On the 8th of January 2000, we get married glamorously to a tune of $500,000 rands. That was a lot of money at the time. If you think about $500,000 rands, got 2000, it's a lot of money.
A lot.
If you take that money now, value thing is in the 2-point-something million.
Yeah.
I have a banker lady, partner of mine here. She will calculate it quickly for you and tell you in today's money, to $500,000. It is gone up.
That's true.
So, if it hasn't gone down because value run the way.
A lot.
Actually, how does it work? Got 2,000, you can spend $500,000. Got you net okay. Yeah, but when you're at bank, do better than that, Masudi. It will be about 2-point-something, eh? Yeah, she's working it out. By the way, she's my partner. She's mysterious. You'll never ever know her until you do. She's a banker at Capitec, Yanko Silver, White Cross.
Oh my God. He's for security reasons.
Yeah, Capitec is a big brand. It's bigger than her. It's still fresh from the lawyer, 35-year-old lawyer that I just played, Ko Sprakati. His name was Lawyer Santoga. Santoga.
Oh, like Inoxon. Oh.
Yeah, but don't feel this. Come on, be like, first name?
I'm not so sure.
You were there. So what happens is that around 2000 kanyala da, and then 2001 ke thoma go tshwane kanyana go ntse ntshwenya ke tsokeng ke tsoma rato ya go metsi ke dule in front of waters, nature, dithaba di matlapa magolo, the rocks. I want to be before them, and I sit down flat on the floor. I'm one with nature. I told you why I speak like this when I'm one with the spiritual world. And then what happens is that the time of the Gupta sometimes I feel okay. I'm out of line. I'm de-aligned, and then I'm not even aware whether I can diagnose it as spiritual kind of de-alignment. I just feel out of space and out of sorts with myself. This is 2001, but I wasn't deep yet. I was certainly strong. And then because I've always had Dr. Tiana as my really regular consultant and doctor, like my physician. He was my spiritual physician. like everybody has their spiritual physician and family doctor. Okay? He was my family doctor. And then he became a friend. That's why he told me. Since kila mora ngas kono o twasisha. Sepela wilo nyaka ngaka. O me go sno go ihwecha. O tlo o mpotsa re tla remo phekola ka dikgagara. O me tla go tsa ge ile ena one night or is one night. And then I went and found somebody from Mozambique. No, from Zimbabwe. And the Tamalena was okay. I went to go consult Kayena without him. He told me he's okay. Actually, can I also say to you, Uba, one of my ancestors, if not two, killed Indian.
Okay.
What is his name? Blue Feather. Killer Apache. He's a king Apache. He's a chief Yama Indians back to America. Why America? Because I went to America and I picked them up there. I found them, but I came back a couple of years later. I'm told, well, you have a that I consulted with. You know, he's a palmist. You know the palmist?
Yeah.
And he says to me,
How much?
1.6 million.
1.6, yeah, almost.
Yeah. That's
You
how
good
much.
with numbers, huh?
Yeah, no, she's not good. She's qualified.
They say you.
Also, you like
They
you,
say you.
you are not far off.
Oh,
You are
I'm
not
far
far
away.
off.
Yes, almost 2 million.
Too many sir.
It's because I was in the spiritual realm. They were guiding me, so I don't want to take that credit.
Okay.
Some of my ancestors are very educated, by the way.
That's true.
Like the blue feather. As if it's not enough, guys. Let me tell you, herbalist. Maybe I'm going to be a herbalist later, but I don't think so because everywhere I went, when I attempted to do trust, which I have done it 4 times already, I didn't learn. They couldn't come into my path. I don't think I'll ever be a herbalist. That's why I'm a spiritualist. And thanks to God, steering.
Oh, my cool.
Who my mother was named after. So then I come back to the house, the married life. My ex-wife, I want to call her a former wife. I still respect her and love her for what she was, not what she is. What she was, and she still is the mother of my children, my 2 beautiful children. My firstborn daughter, who is 23 years of age, my second-born son, who is 20 years of age, 3 years. I'm very proud of you, son. He is keeping 2 jobs. He's in real estate. He's also a basketball coach because he was a basketball star at high school. When he was there at high school, he decided not to go study at vets like his father did, like his mother did. His mother and father met co-vets. At first at the university. So then it starts causing havoc in my marriage. The first thing that my former wife picks up is that she takes my clothes that are from where I went to Twasa, which I didn't finish. Always my ancestors took me away from these places because I was misdirected spiritually from the beginning. I then, not misdiagnosed though.
Misguided.
Misguided and misdirected. In other words, they should have taken me to the apostolic route. They should have taken me to the prophetic route from the beginning. I would have long finished. But it's never too late because now I'm learning very fast. So then my former wife says, she takes my clothes that are coming from soul, spiritual soul, a herbalistic soul, a traditional healer soul, a traditional witch. Sometimes they call them witch doctors. In her case, he would have been one. And so, rest in peace. I don't want to offend her foot. how she died. Very horrible. When I was there, I come back, she was twice me. I come back, having obviously not finished yet, because Bakona was his own Zobereka, Egoli at the time. This is 2003 eventually. And then my wife, first thing she wants is my clothes, which was smelling of smoke. She throws everything into the machine, washing machine, cold. Nearly 30 guy, 2-3 liters. That's some sound. That was start of a disaster.
Oh, that washing machine is normally given around 40 kg. Yeah, 30.
That was the start of our disaster and the way in which our marriage was going to go. You know where it was going to go? To smithereens. And termination and endation. There's such a word. I'm a creative. I can use that word.
Play with words.
It went to endation, which is it ended. And it was all self-imposition. Because it had my wife and I reached some kind of spiritual consensus how to respect the elders, the spiritual elders. Spiritual ancestors. I think we would have been married and stayed married by now. I remember saying, you have cursed, insulted my people by saying the one way. That was 2003. When I said regrettably, that was an insult to my people. And in fact, it's a curse to our marriage. I don't see this marriage surviving that curse. And I was right, visionarily. 2014, after 2006. Do the math. The math should be exactly 7 years. So it wasn't 2014, it was 2013. From 2006, 4 plus 13 plus 3 is what? 7 years exactly. It's a very symbolic number. A number of change. A number symbolizing change.
7.
2013, when we were 7 years later, we finally officially divorced because we had been in separation from 2006. I had told her we're not going to survive this insult. You have to find a way of atonement and not just express sorrow. It's not going to be enough. She said, but I'm sad, but I've said I'm sorry. I said, sorry. It's not enough. Safe to say that the marriage went down, now. Until in 2006 we separated. You know how much was Vasevenza connected? I said, when I'm cool, when I go. Because he knew I see Koko no cool. Right?
Nancy.
Ewe. And then, indeed, I tried as a human being, not as a spiritual being, to apologize even publicly. Bringing this marriage into the quagmire it is in. I'm speaking English now.
In the mud, Bagit. I love English.
The word, the use of words.
The use of words. It's
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a wordsmith. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a linguist. Ladies and gentlemen,
linguistics.
I'm an Englishist.
Linguistics.
There's no such a word as in English. So, safe to say, when I round it off, it disturbed my journey. It destroyed my marriage. It destroyed my relationship with my former wife. Because I couldn't go to my house and do the rituals. My wife would not tolerate those. And you know what did the ancestors do? The ancestors threw into the mix a stranger woman whose duty was to come and finally hit the bloody nail on the coffin
Oh.
as the last nail on the coffin, which was a sinking ship, a sinking love boat. Are you hearing me using words of euphemisms and imagery?
Now
It sank that love boat. My former wife and I had gone out for 10 years. Not necessarily without any difficulty and challenges, but when we finally married, we could not make it past the 6 years. That typical thing, there's no classification, not the boss. You think that you are in charge. As soon as you get that certification, you think you are in charge. You take the boardroom into the bedroom, and it is disaster.
Yeah.
That is my piece of wisdom to you all, you corporate women, you.
Preach. Go deeper, Papa.
So please, dare not risk the beautiful sanctity, the beautiful institution of marriage with your boardroom powers, bringing them into the bedroom. Who has been all along humble to you. When you were going gallivanting academically to one institution, from one institution to the other, so that metric, spending fortune on you, because he's lucky enough to make money. Is no longer important. It's our kaone. Because the corporate world, they are interesting. They're going gallivanting in the world of business. A man would sacrifice financially for you to be on top of the corporate ladder. Are you with me, sir? That's my lamentation. Lamentation.
No,
It's my regret.
I'm gonna have to bring you again since part 2. There's so much we have not touched.
My brother, you and I can do episode 2. There's no way I'm gonna try and summarize my world. My world is huge.
It's huge, yeah. So for now,
You know what I'm doing with my world? I'm writing books, not one book.
yeah.
I'm writing them at the same time. I already have started.
Wow.
The day I publish, I'll be publishing bloody 4 books already at the same time.
You must
And
come
it would have not been done before. But I'm always the first in my world.
to do.
So finally, no, it's delayed. And then later, when I was forced to go back, it is when I'm without the marriage, I'm without the wife, we're separated, we're officially divorced.
Yeah.
And I'm struggling alone. The journey of the spiritual world is a very difficult one, especially when you don't have a support system, even from your family. They begin to see you differently. You become a very strange person, even in their eyes. It's like, I don't follow hand. You can actually easily become like Ukarumului,
Yeah.
because we're not at the power state, and then when you are becoming successful in everything, right. So there's no alignment. And it literally costs again. Receipts.
Yeah.
Jealousy. Human jealousy. Not spiritual.
Jealousy, envy.
Envy, personal envy, and that.
And
When I speak about the barren now, I'm busy preaching the negative message. Those things I won't get deep into, but
Yeah.
generally, but what the families I want to you end up alone. You are on your own. There's one member of my family, I'm not going to mention their name, who always tells me, you're not alone, but you're not alone. Actually, let me mention her. My baby mama. I respect her so much. I won't mention her name. She's a baby mama of my son, my daughter, firstborn daughter, and my secondborn son. I won't mention their names for spiritual and personal and professional security.
for security reasons.
And they say, she always says, but you're not alone. You might feel like you are on your own. No, you are alone, but you are not on your own. No, you are on your own, but you are not alone. We are here. I'm here as the mother of your 2 beautiful children. And I respect you for that, Madam So-and-so. I respect you and I love you for that. You must understand spreading the love, and she always says, spread the love. She's right. My mission these years, is to spread the love and to promote goodwill at all times in order to counter karma.
That's true.
Yazi karma, Tata?
Yeah.
Do people wrong every day? Nakuweza ufike mini. Kuzawuvakala uzawucha.
The vendors say little daduba.
Little daduba rabatsiva ile bawela ke kiliru kome clap ya bona ebotsi yawa bawe chicken black leopards. Little daduba.
Masiva le tata.
Then there's this all of that is taken care of itself. Then there's Skeem Sam. They see me away. Not only the whole of last year, which was exactly a whole year of 2023.
Yeah.
The bits and pieces of 2020, 21 and 22. I was going through the worst and the most of my spiritual journey and world. When I was feeling down and not necessarily out, and I must those gossips and Boshwashi pages. Baba Itram Boshwashi, they're not even about the real Shwashi pages. Bo Peli news. Oh shame. Go get your stories right and go do your research. Bari Reboni Marothi, Bari Uile, even Bari Hukalo Karen Fasil Meti. They're going to take my worst picture. I want someone. Like I got millions of pictures by now, y'all. Why didn't you go and take the best of the current?
That's true.
Well, look at me now. Go check my current status on my WhatsApp and my Facebook, let alone my current TikTok. Now go is house, mean?
Many years ago.
If it mean kum, it is my time. Magodimuka sotuka spedi abule really. Angela says. Tell us down. I have struggled, I have suffered, I paid my spiritual dues for the last 4 years. The last year, no time off. Part of that time off was to go to the mountains, to go into the deep rivers of the Zaninis of this world. I'm not going to tell you secrets. I'm just going to tell you it's not easy, this journey.
To align yourself.
I went out of the country. I went out of the province. I went to America where I did my matric, my grade 12. I went and connected my folks there and revitalized myself and went to the massages of this world, the big Canada and your New York side.
Yeah.
The great
Waterfalls.
The waterfalls, Niagara water. Went back and got some energy from there. Let alone the Victoria Falls. I still want to go to the Victoria Falls.
Zimbabwe, yeah.
I've never been to Zimbabwe.
It's
I was telling a sister, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I was telling a sister that I've been to Namibia, I've been to Lesotho, I've been to Botswana, I've been to Mozambique, but I've never been to Zimbabwe. And I have yet to go. A friend of mine tells me we are going there this year at my cost. Or you would have completed my SADC journey. So, my fans, my supporters, my loving followers, I'm back and I'm bad. I've never been stronger.
Yeah.
Bro, I've never been stronger. You know, Kituka Mahalaka now. Let the producers, not only Baskin, but
You coming?
don't, no, I'm back. We have come back. It's funny that you say that there's a hashtag going, we are coming back, we are appealing. That's from Sprakati.
Yeah.
I came up with that. Otherwise, in the Krato Iradiro say
Yeah.
like what? Sapala Pala from Skeem Sam. Came out like a Spala Pala.
And there's
Marothi.
and there's
The beautiful Mako Femgali.
Are you related to this TikToker called Saga?
No, she relates to me and she hasn't even met me. I saw and follow her. She says
she's doing pranks.
Get the Marothi.
Hey, it's Saga.
And hey, you're checking me on podcast now.
She must
Whatever
come.
your name is, you must invite her. Let me give you my number later. Tama on Facebook, you can put her in inbox.
Inbox
And then you can also inbox Marothi. Because I really want to connect this thing however I be how. We are going to make a lot of money in Naloena.
Together, yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
And then here's a podcast platform.
She must come. She's
and
welcome.
you're very welcome. From here, we are taking it to Macks
Podcast
and Che. Hey, Macks, I'm challenging you. You think that I'm not relevant? Ha ha! You got another thing coming. Cheers.
Let's drop it. We'll see part 2.
And then tell them I'm back.
Marothi's back.
He has done
Macks.
2 films, 2 movies already in this year only. Marothi has done 5. Program director, MC, event, Skeem.